Hello class, welcome to the third. So change in estimates. So what is change in estimates? Uh, just let's have an example. So think that you have purchased a building for your business, and initially you thought that you can use the building for 10 years, and after 10 years the residual value would be 10,000. So this is your initial estimates, okay? And after 2 years, so you have seen something new, and you are thinking that no, the business can be used for 15 years in your business, and the residual value would be 20,000. Okay, this is your next new estimates, and this is called change in estimate. See that? So from your initial valuation, now you are a new valuation, meaning new estimates. So this is called actually change in estimates. Okay, and now the change in estimates accounted for prospectively and the reflected in the financial statements of the current and future periods. Okay, and a disclosure note, definitely a disclosure note should be described, should be given, and that will describe the effect of a change in estimate for the current period on the net income and the related per share amounts, that is earnings per share, EPS. So let's have an example. So here is the example. On January 1, 2019, the company purchased a machine for 250,000. Okay, at the time of purchase, meaning the initial evaluation, the company estimate this. So number one, the service life would be 5 years. Okay, they initially thought that service life would be 5 years. Okay, and the residual value would be 40,000. These are their initial estimates. Okay, and after 2 years, meaning on the 1st January 2021, the company revised its estimates, and they thought that the service life of the machine should be 8 years. So no 5 years, it should be 8 years. Okay, this is our new estimates, and the residual value should be 20,000 instead of 40,000. Okay, and they were using the straight line method of depreciation, and now after 2 years, the new depreciation from the year 2021 would be, let's see, how do you get that? So the for the first 2 years depreciation is 84,000. This is very easy. So from 250 we subtracted 40,000. So 210 divided by 5 years. So per year depreciation 42 and 2 years 84. So we started with the cost. Depreciation to date is 84,000. This is 84,000, and this is our book value as of 1st January of 2021. And this is the new revised residual value, and this one is the revised depreciable base, and this is the remaining estimated useful life, meaning our new estimation is 8 years and we have used the machine for 2 years, so 6 years. So we will divide this 144,000 by 6, and this 24,000 is our new annual depreciation. So for 2021 and so on, our new depreciation would be 24,000, and the journal entry to record the depreciation is depreciation expense debit and accumulated depreciation credit. Okay, You got it? And now here is a quiz for you. Okay, so pause the video and try to answer the question. Done? Here is the answer. Okay, so and here is the solution. And now let's see the change in the depreciation methods. So the change in the depreciation or amortization or depletion method may happen. And this is actually called the change in accounting principle. Okay, principle because see initially we were following say double declining balance method, and now we want to follow the straight line method. So this is the change in accounting principle. Okay, and it requires a clear justification why you are changing the accounting principle, why you want to follow a new method of accounting. Okay, you need to justify that one. And here is another example, and in this example we can see that the same thing. So on January 1, 2019, the company purchased a machine for 250,000, and the useful life is initially 5 years. The residual value is 30,000. And then they were following the double declining balance method. And during 2021, the company switched from double declining balance method to the straight line method of depreciation. So it means that so other things remain same, meaning the useful life would be 5 years, the residual value would be 30,000. So everything is same, just we are switching from the straight line, from the double declining balance method to the straight line method. Okay, so what we need to do, we need to calculate the first 2 years depreciation under the straight line method. Then we will be under the double declining balance method. So again, okay, so let's see how we solve this one. So this is how we do. The first year's depreciation is say 40% of the book value, 100,000, and we subtract this 100,000 from the book value of the second year's beginning book value. So this is the second year's depreciation. So total depreciation is 160,000 under the double declining balance method. So, and the other things are, see, we started with the cost, then the depreciation to date, and this is the undepreciated cost, and less residual value, new depreciation base, and the remaining life, because we have already used the machine for 2 years, so now 3 years, and this is the new annual depreciation. And this is the depreciation from the year 2021. So depreciation expense debit and accumulated depreciation credit. So now let's solve problems on this. Okay, so here are two problems. So we will be solving these two problems. So the first one, change in principle, a useful life of the equipment. Okay, let's here is the problem. At the beginning of 2016, robotics acquired a manufacturing facility for 12 million, and 9 million was allocated to the building, meaning the building's price was 9 million, and depreciation for 2016 and 17 was calculated using the straight line method and a 25-year useful life and 1 million residual value. But after 2 years, the estimated useful life and the residual value were changed to 20 years and 500,000 respectively. So what is the depreciation on the building for 2021? Okay, so we will follow two-step method. The step one, calculate the depreciation for the first 2 years. Okay, so before going to do that, let's have the information. So cost of the building is 9 million. Then useful life is 25 years, and residual value, the initial residual value is 1 million. Okay, these are the informations we have for these are valid for 2016 and 17. Okay, so what we need to do, so we will be calculating depreciation for 2016 and 17. Okay, 16, this is 17. So the depreciation, how do we calculate the depreciation? So we have these informations. Let's insert an equation. So the depreciation would be, say, this is our cost, and we need to calculate the depreciable amount, and that is, we will subtract the residual value from the cost, so that we can have the depreciable amount. And this is the depreciation, annual depreciation. Let's see, the annual depreciation would be 320,000. Okay, and since this is a straight line method, so the depreciation should be same for the second year as well. So this is our second year depreciation. So total, it's gonna be 640,000. So this is our total depreciation for the years 2016 and 2017 in total. Okay, now we need to calculate the depreciation for 2021. Okay, so we will start with cost. So what is the cost? So the cost is 9 million. Okay, and we will subtract the depreciation to date. So less depreciation to date, and which is, we have already calculated 640, and this is our undepreciated cost. Okay, and which is 8,360,000. Okay, and now revised residual value. We know that the revised residual value is 500,000. Can you see that? Okay, so the revised residual value is 500,000. So if we subtract this 500,000 from the undepreciated cost, we have the revised depreciable base. Okay, the revised depreciable base would be 7,860,000. Okay, and you know that from our revision, so the estimated remaining life of the building would be, see, our revised useful life is 20 years. So let's insert division sign. Okay, this is the division. So it's gonna be 18 years. Okay, this is the estimated remaining useful life, which is 18 years. Okay, and then which is our now we will calculate the annual depreciation. So annual depreciation, okay, no, this should be actually type, it should be 18. Annual depreciation for 2018. Okay, and it's gonna be, say, 436,667. Sorry, very good. 667. Okay, and so the annual adjusting entry would be, so depreciation expense 436,667, and 436,067. So it's gonna be accumulated depreciation. Okay, this is how we solve this problem. Okay, and let's go to the second problem. Okay, here is the second problem. The second problem, it is saying, okay, let's see. Okay, so this is the second problem, and it is saying the Alpharan Corporation purchased office equipment for 1.5 million at the beginning of 2019. The equipment is being depreciated over 10-year life using the double declining balance method. Okay, they are following the double declining balance method, and the residual value is expected to be 300,000 at the beginning of 2021, meaning after 2 years. The company decided to change the to the straight line method of depreciation for this equipment, and the question is prepare journal entry to record depreciation for 2021. Okay, so the first step is to calculate depreciation for the first 2 years. So let's see what we have. First one, so we need to calculate the depreciation rate. So it should be, say, let me insert the equation. It would be good. So let me insert the equation divided by 10 and multiplied by 2. You know that the useful life is 10 years, and 1 over the useful life multiplied by 2 is the double declining balance depreciation rate. Okay, so it should be 20%. Okay, and now for 2019 and 2020. Okay, let's see, so that you can see the problem as well. So the first one is it's very simple. So we need to calculate the depreciation. So it would be 1,500,000 multiplied by 20%. Okay, and which is equal to 300,000. And for the second year, see, for the second year, what we need to do, we need to subtract depreciation for 2019 before we calculate the depreciation for 2020. So this one is okay, depreciation, and now this is 240,000, and so total depreciation for the period 2019-2020, it should be equal to 540,000. Okay, and now let's start with cost. So let's start with cost, and our cost is 1,500,000. Okay, less depreciation to date, that is, we have already calculated 540,000, and the difference is 960,000. Okay, and this one is undepreciated cost as of 1st January 2021. Okay, and then less residual value, which is 300,000. We already know that because see, they have said that this is the residual value, and now this is our depreciable base. Okay, so what is that? The depreciable base is 660,000. Okay, so now The useful life is 10 years and we have already used the machine for 2 years. So we have the remaining useful life is 10 minus 2 years, and let's insert a division sign. Okay, and so 8 years. Okay, and this is our annual depreciation. So new annual depreciation. Okay, what is that? And it's gonna be 82,500. Okay, see how we calculate that. And now the journal entry on the 31st December 2021 would be depreciation expense debit and accumulated depreciation credit. Okay, and it is going to be 82,500. Okay, so this is how we solve these problems. Okay, so my suggestion is follow these solutions, then try to solve the second problem by yourself. Okay, it will help you a lot.